image is everything, and I will kill to protect it.
You go down, we all go down.
Okay, this is Gritty. What is Gritty? Beauty in Black, which is on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Yep.
It's been highly touted and rated on a lot of trending systems, and it's a creation of Tyler Perry. So that alone got my interest.
Yeah. Tyler Perry definitely has created his own studio in Atlanta. Turns out a lot of stuff, all excellently done. And this particular movie, or TV series, I should say, is about it's about the highly rich hair care business, a family company that is at the top of the hair care business for black hair. And at the other end of the spectrum, intertwined with strip clubs and crime and some of the worst stuff in the whole world. It's a great combination. And I got to tell you, Tyler Perry has put together a really, really interesting soap opera. And boy, Art, you are so right. It's gritty. Take a look at this.
I came to pray with you.
You think God listens to you?
Do you have any idea what you're up against?
So yeah, what are you up? Do you know what you're up against? Boy, I got to tell you, this. If you can stick with this series, God bless you. It was a little too rough for me, quite frankly.
Yeah.
As much as I admire it and how well done it is, and I love the storyline, it's just a little too raw for me. So I give everybody a warning. If you like this kind of stuff, if you like crime mixed with sex, mixed with a great plot of rich versus poor, good rich, bad rich, good poor, bad poor, you'll love this series. And of course, it's all black oriented, which is what Tyler Perry is known for. God bless him for taking all these wonderful actors and actresses and giving them some work, because we know that the Hollywood studios aren't doing it.
Yeah, I have to tell you something. This is not for me, but I appreciate the production value. Anything that Tyler Perry's name is attached to, I'm going to probably want to see.
Sure.
I think he's brilliant, and he's done a great deal for basically creating, notwithstanding New York, Hollywood East in the Atlanta area. But he's, I just watch anything that he's put out. For me, if this were a single movie from a beginning to end, because it's really raw and gritty, and that's not my particular likes, I probably would have enjoyed it more, but for a series, it's not for me. So as John said, if these are the kind of things that you've paid attention to, and perhaps if you were a younger part of our cohort, it might be something that you're more attuned to. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's worth a look. If you're a Tyler Perry fan, it's worth a look. But for me, it just didn't. It didn't attract me to keep watching it over and over and over again.
I need to remind you that if you're enjoying this video, you should tell us by hitting the like button, and please subscribe. Yeah, and I think it's important to remember that it is a series. So if you get into episode 1, you're only touching the surface of it. It gets better, or if you're Art, it gets worse. It gets grittier, it gets dirtier, it gets nastier, it gets more violent. And the characterizations are wonderful. They're classic, but they're wonderful. I have to give a shout out to, because I was not familiar with any of the actors' names. Crystal Stewart plays the rich bitch wife of the hair care family who's multimillionaires, billionaires, and she's just wonderful, haughty, and terrific. And on the other side of it is the young street kid who ends up as a prostitute in a strip club, played by Taylor Polidor. I got to tell you, the whole cast, the bad guys are bad. I haven't found any good guys yet. So, but it's a wonderful layered soap opera, really, where the good and the bad are so intertwined, you don't know who's who anymore.
Mhm.
So I have to give a shout out because it's a great series, but it's just a little too raw for me.
Yeah, and I think one last thing I'd like to say is that John and I do reviews on lots of stuff. Generally speaking, they are trending or popular for most cases, on Netflix or Amazon, because we know most people have an account with one of both of those. So if you want to see something you didn't know about, more likely than not, you've got access to it. But this is a case of quality production by a quality producer. And we didn't happen to be totally in love with it, but that doesn't mean you won't be. And the nice thing about it is such rich variety that you're never going to get bored, because it's going to be something for everybody. And this is going to be for some people, no question about it, just not for us. So take a peek. You might enjoy it, and if you do, tell us what old fuddy-duddies we are.
For more on Celebrating Act Two, visit our webpage, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends. Celebrating Act Two is the user manual for the second half of your life.